Hi guys, welcome to the Lucy Show late night live stream. So again, another warning. I know I put it in my title, but anybody coming into this live stream right now, just brace yourselves. Totally going to spoil the entire new Spider-Man movie for you. So if you haven't watched it yet, don't be on this live stream because this is my review of it because I just saw it yesterday and I loved it. I gotta say, after watching like so many Marvel movies, countless different Marvel movies, and just like separate Avenger character movies, including Black Widow, and then also like the new Shang-Chi movie, also this year, so many movies, even including Eternals. I honestly feel like this was the best one. Of course, it's not as good as Avengers Endgame. I feel like Avengers Endgame was like my favorite Avengers movie ever, along with all the Avenger movies. So I feel like those ones were my favorite. But aside from just like the original Avengers movies, all the way up until the Endgame in 2018, I do feel like this Spider-Man movie, No Way Home, was the best. And this is coming from somebody who like I literally just went into watching this one not knowing anything. Like, I think I barely watched the trailer, like, maybe more than once or twice. I really didn't care for it. Hi, Pamela. Black Widow sounds dark. Yeah, Black Widow's so Scarlett Johansson, who's been as one of the Avengers forever, pretty much got her own movie, her side movie, so her own personal movie from Disney. It took a long time, I guess all the way till just recently. It was 2021, right? I feel like time's passing by so fast. But yes, I think it was 2021 that she finally like got her own movie. It was good, but if I'm gonna rate it, and I'm sorry if it doesn't fit your rating, but I think everybody has different love and a different feeling, different description to like how they feel about movies. So the way I see it, I watch all of the Avengers movies. For me, definitely Black Widow was. Oh no, actually, no. I think just superhero movies because sometimes I get it mixed up if it's DC/Marvel or whatever. So don't hate me if it's wrong. For me, I think I liked the newest Venom 2021 this year. I liked it the least. And then I would put Black Widow on top of that. And then on top of that, I would put Shang-Chi. And then I would put Eternals over here. And then this new Spider-Man movie all the way at the top. Definitely this Spider-Man No Way Home. Even though I know I watched the other Spider-Man movies by Tom Holland. So this actor whose face is covered, so you don't know. But this so Tom Holland's character, this Spider-Man, is the only one that made it into the Marvel universe, right? Because that's because Disney and Sony ended up having this partnership, which will it's pretty interesting. I'll talk about it in a bit of something that I saw on Instagram earlier, just like a little background about this whole Sony and like Disney situation, which I never knew about. But I feel like out of all of the Spider-Man movies that I've seen from Tom Holland, like the two other ones prior to this, I think it was Homecoming, and then there was okay, wait, no, it was Spider-Man Homecoming was the first one, and then Not Out Away from Home was the second one. Yes, and this one's No Way Home. So out of the three, definitely for me, the other two weren't even that memorable for me. I thought they were good, but this one was definitely amazing. Hi, Jem, Swagmaster, JJJJ. Hello, hi, Moose, the Elite Warrior. Hey, Lucy, love your show. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, guys, and all of you coming into the live stream right now. If you haven't already, you know what I'm going to ask. Please make sure you are destroying that like button for me for the YouTube algorithm. Think of it as the villain in this story and just smash it. Smash it to bits and pieces, just the one time though. And then definitely make sure you are subscribed. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, so please help a Doge sister out and share my videos on this is my second channel, The Lucy Show. Late night streams, the day streams, anytime not around this time, is usually I'm on my main channel, Living with Lucy. If you haven't checked out my main channel, link down below. To next to the main channel, it's called Living with Lucy. That's where I talk about mainly just stocks and crypto finance stuff, which we will get into, but it's a little bit depressing. So I'd rather talk about Spider-Man, to be honest. The best thing about watching Spider-Man yesterday for reals was knowing that I wasn't going to hear a single word about NFTs or cryptocurrency because it's not doing that well for me right now. So I think that's what, like, even though a lot of people say you shouldn't watch TV shows to escape your reality, I disagree. I think you shall do whatever it is that makes you happy, whatever it is that floats your boat. So, yeah, I'm going to watch movies and watch superhero movies, pretend that they exist. I still believe one day they will exist, because I think human beings make whatever they want to happen in the world. They'll manifest it into a reality through thinking about it, writing about it, making movies about it. Just like we made movies about like flying cars and electric vehicles, they eventually happen. So I do believe that someday out there will be a dude dressed like a bat with a Batmobile. Who knows? A multi billionaire. Luckily, hopefully, like 10 years from now for our planet. Um, but either way, I do think that it will become a reality someday, maybe not in my lifetime. I hope during one of your lifetimes or children's lifetimes, they will see, maybe not exactly Spider Man. I'd rather have a Tony Stark, to be honest. I'd rather have like a billionaire who also has this amazing suit and decides to be a superhero. Yeah, Tony Stark slash Batman would be pretty cool. Or Thor, but then he would have to come from another planet. I don't think he'll stay long. So either way, I think it's totally cool to just escape and think about something else, because it's just really unhealthy, especially times like this when everybody's portfolio is like nearly all in the red, or even if it's not fully in the red, because I can't really say I'm in the red. I'm not in the red. I'm still epically in the green. But even though I feel like most of you guys who have been with me on Living with Lucy, like you watch my live streams and you've been trading crypto and stocks way before 2021, you're probably like still in the green, and you're probably making like at least 3 to 4x of what you originally invested in, especially if you invested in cryptocurrency in 2020. But just out of recent, it's been a bloodbath. Hi, Ken Bussy. Looking bang today. Thanks, Joshua. I really appreciate it that you like the way I look, especially since like mass majority of my face has been covered up. You're like, you look way better than you did when you didn't have a hat and sunglasses. Just kidding. Mr. Amore, I refuse to watch Spider-Man until the Insidious 6 is created. Wait, what? What is the Insidious 6? And why are you not watching Spider-Man? You're missing out. It's amazing. It's so good. Well, anybody, again, one more last warning before I start. I'm going to ruin it and say why I love it and why I think Spider-Man is such a good. Okay, wait, hold on. I realize I have to do my eye drop. Give me 1 second. BRB. I had to do an eye drop. I'll be right back. All right, back. Okay, so once again, I'm gonna start ruining it for you guys. I don't care if you didn't watch Spider-Man. The title already says, "Get out of here if you didn't watch it." So here we go. Let's ruin it for everybody. Um, I loved it, and I think this was the best because I've watched every single Spider-Man movie. So the first one with Tobey Maguire, right? That's his name, Tobey Maguire, and then Andrew Garfield, and like I'm so bad with names. The only reason why I know everybody's names right now is because I had to watch the credits. You're forced to watch the credits after every single like Marvel related movie, because they always have something hidden behind in the credit scene. So it's like, yeah, it's terrible. But at least you do learn names. You do learn names. Of course, I don't remember the names of like the 30,000 people who were involved in the movie. My goodness, those credit rolls. I try to calculate, like I try to do math in my head for stupid reasons. I'll just like to do an estimate. So I was calculating like per line, when the credits were rolling for Spider-Man, and I was waiting for the special clips to come out. So I was like, man, each roll there's like almost about like 6 to 7 people, and then on each screen while it rolls down, there's like at least, I don't know, like 30 lines. So I'm like, that's like at least 300 people per shot, or like 3,000 people per shot. Wait, no, 300 people per shot, because it's like at least 30 lines. Yeah. So let's just say there's like 300 people per screen. And then it went on for so long that I think there must have been at least 30,000 people within the movie, just give or take. 10 to, Yeah, no, no, no. 20 to 30,000 people in the movie, I swear to God. If you watch those credit rolls and you just try to do like an estimate of the math, like of how many names are represented, like how many people worked on special effects, I think mass majority of the people were like special effects. I looked up, Spider-Man made of 253 million this weekend. Yes, so literally, as the title states, box office Spider-Man No Way Home debuts to jaw-dropping $253 million. But honestly, I look at these numbers and it doesn't really mean anything to me because I'm just like, okay, well, you made millions of dollars. Like, I need to compare it to something. So reading this, it shows that this is obviously no surprise there. Best movie since like hands down best records in terms of a movie debut within a week. Like also I think within a day as well. I'm pretty positive. Just literally the best movie record since the pandemic happened, right? So anything if you compare it to any movie that started since like 2019 December or 2020, it's been the best release. And I think it deserves that title because it really was good. Again, like I said, I feel like for me the most recent top three for me was like Shang-Chi and then Eternals and then Spider-Man. And the way I rate it like that is because I think Shang-Chi is just like one of those like really quick action, funny, hilarious, like you get in, get out. I don't think it's something I'm gonna watch like three, four times or anything like that. It's not the type of movie I think personally for me I'm gonna like watch on an airplane again and again. Shang-Chi's not that for me. It wasn't like it was fun and it was so much fun to watch, like action and all that, but like it was more of like a one timer for me. And then it was like more comedy. And then Eternals for me was something I think I would watch like more times than I would Shang-Chi. And I think it was more of like a slow story. So definitely not an acquired taste. I don't think it's for everybody, but I personally like those type of stories. So for me, Eternals I love more than Shang-Chi. And then definitely I would place Spider-Man at the top because I think Spider-Man included both what Shang-Chi had and then also what Eternals had, which is like a really, really good storyline and also it makes you think. Like I like movies that make me think beyond what the movie is just about, right? Like just think outside of the box and just like about your life. So I think Spider-Man No Way Home really did that for me. Kind of like Inception. I don't know how to explain it, but just like you kind of get out instead of just escaping into a new world like a superhero world, but you also just kind of escape thinking like, okay, well, what does the multiverse exist? And if it exists, what would I be doing in this multiverse? Right? Would I still be me, or there's going to be another version of me? And then would the other version of me maybe be happier than I am, or maybe be unhappy with the exact same life that we have? So it's just like so much to think about, and it's so awesome. So I don't know. I love Spider Man because I think it was like the perfect combo of fun, like comedy, but then also like makes you think about your life. And then the best part was the nostalgia because it brings back like literally somebody told me that they didn't like the cheering. I forgot which one of you, but oh, thank you, Soul Rebel. Thank you. Happy holidays. Thank you so much. Happy holidays to you too. Rubber Chicken. Thanks, yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat. Um, and like the way I see it is that this movie was so good because especially if you've watched, like I said, all the previous Spider-Man movies. And so I'm sorry if I ruined it for you. Sorry, not sorry. I wrote it in the title. But yes, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and the newest Spider-Man. So all three Spider-Mans. Hi, Chill Chinchillity. Hi, Love Doge and Sheev. Hello, everyone. Steve-O, agree. Wait, Venom leaving symbiote drop at end credit was cool. And Mad Hatter 2000. It was good. It was good. It finally kind of I guess added together with the at the end of the Venom credits because I already knew that Venom was gonna meet Spider-Man. Sorry if I ruined that for you too, but yes, if you go and watch the Venom, the newest one, which I personally thought was the worst superhero movie of this year because it was just so predictable. I don't regret paying for my ticket. Like I've watched all superhero movies. I plan on watching all of them, even though I already know going into it, there's gonna be some I'm gonna like more than others. But Venom was definitely also just like a one timer, but I think I liked it the least. This newest Venom, I liked it the least out of all the Marvel movies I think that came out recently. It was, but the credit was cool. I knew that he was gonna meet Tom Holland's character eventually, so I think that wasn't too big of a surprise if you watch Venom and you saw the credit. But it gave a better explanation that I think he got sucked into this multi-universe with Avengers. Just I can't believe there are superheroes, like if you think about the multiverse, that I guess the previous Spider-Mans, so Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's, I guess, yeah, they lived in a world where there weren't Avengers because whoever, well, it was Sony that owned them, right? Yeah. So I guess Sony owns Spider-Man, the Spider-Man series or Spider-Man trilogy. So I guess because Sony didn't have any rights to like the Marvel characters, of course they wouldn't have a universe with the Avengers. But here's something fun. Okay, wait, I have just like so much to talk about. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, so the thing I like the most, I think the thing that made me really warm-hearted about this whole situation, about this movie, was the fact that I was thinking, okay, Tobey Maguire, like, I don't know, like, how long was that? That was like, I think he was like early before 2010, right? That was before 2010. So his Spider-Man movie, so like the first live action Spider-Man in theaters that most of us, I think, remember would be Tobey Maguire, right? So Tobey Maguire's character's been like pretty much we haven't seen him in theaters for like more than 10, 15 years, I want to say. Sorry if my years are off. And then Andrew Garfield, I can't even remember how many Spider-Man movies he's ever even had. I don't know if it's one or was it two or was it three. But also it's been a while back. And the way I was thinking about it was that because all three of these characters were in this movie, I thought it was so sweet because it shows like in unity, there is like, I don't want to be cheesy, but I'm going to be cheesy. I think it shows that you like even in real life, I'm not talking about just the movie. Like when people do well, when one person does well, right? So obviously Tom Holland, I think he got the luckiest, like he became the luckiest Spider-Man character because of what happened, because of the deal between Sony and Marvel, so Disney, that they were able to get him in with the Avengers and then basically cross over and then be a part of the Avengers trilogy and make so many more movies, meet other characters, basically be bigger than life. So I think it's really neat that he got to experience all of this. But because he did so well for his movie, he was able to bring in the other two characters who would have never been able to experience and kind of get into this new universe with all these other Marvel characters, like including Doctor Strange. So I thought that like on like I guess like a professional level for these actors, it's really neat that it's like, just because you're not a part of it like in the beginning, like Toby Maguire obviously seeing Andrew Garfield, whenever Andrew Garfield's character that the second Spider-Man trilogy start to come out, he would probably be like, "Oh, that's cool." But like it doesn't really affect him, right? He's not going to make any money off how well Andrew Garfield does. And then both Andrew Garfield in the beginning and Toby Maguire seeing how great Tom Holland did, it doesn't really affect them in the beginning because like they're like, okay, well, wait, great, that's great for you, but like how would I ever get into that universe? They probably would have never dreamed on the first movie with Spider-Man with Tom Holland, Spider-Man Homecoming. They probably would have never dreamed that there would be a day that they would all meet together in this multi-universe, bigger than life, like jaw-dropping, 253 million record-shattering movie. So I thought it was just really, really sweet that they were able to come together and the actors would be able to benefit and have so much fun off of the success of basically this newer Spider-Man. So I thought that that was really neat. Why are things crashing past our CK Mix? Looks like another good movie. Yes, Jamila says. I like Carnage and Venom over Spider-Man. So sorry, not sorry, Mr. Moore. It's all good. It's all good. Like I said, everybody has different tastes. Yes, I am putting Venom at the very bottom, Mr. Moore, and then Spider-Man at the very top. But I know you love Vampire Diaries, and I'm up with that. So just goes to show we can't agree on everything, but we can agree on some things. I heard it's the best movie of this year, Slow Rebel says. Yes, it definitely shattered records. So the only and I learned this from the AMC CEO dude from his post, but he said that this movie was definitely the best record for December, any December month movie, but it was not the best records for all AMC movies ever. And that is because if we scroll down over here, I read this. Um, Overseas, the latest Spider-Man outing has collected 334.2 million from 60 international markets for a global tally of 587.2 million. It ranks as the third biggest worldwide opening weekend ever behind Avengers Endgame, 1.2 billion, and Avengers Infinity War, 640 million. So basically, Avengers Endgame, I guess, would basically take the cake at 1.2 billion. So those receipts have Sony, which distributed the 27th entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, already popping champagne. But over here was pretty much saying that Avengers Endgame, which is collecting a historic 357 million in 2018 debut, No Way Home isn't quite reaching those basically unattainable levels, but the movie has been a formidable force, zooming past opening weekend ticket sales, of course, compared to all these other movies. So I guess that was probably it. Avengers Endgame did the best out of everything else, which does make sense to me because if I had to compare, like I said, all the superhero movies together, Avengers would still be like my main one. I can't count the amount of times I watched each Avengers movie, like from the first two, and then when I don't know which one Wanda came in, but The Witch was my favorite, so watched it multiple times. Wow, it brought in a lot of revenue. Oh yes, insanity. Andrew Garfield was amazing. Spider-Man, Stevo says. So I thought it was just it's really, really cool that I didn't know there were so many differences between the different Spider-Mans. I don't know what happened between the contracts or whatever, or like maybe because Tom Holland's character then got associated with the Marvel characters. But why are the storylines like so different? I guess because the Andrew Garfield, they were saying that the girl's name was it used to be MJ, right? It was supposed to be Mary Jane. For this whole time, I thought it was Mary Jane for Tom Holland's. So Zendaya, the newest Spider-Man's character, the girl's name, the female lead. I thought it was Mary Jane as well, but I just learned in the newest movie it's Michelle Jones, I think, right? So they just like kind of switched it up a little bit over there. And then it was Gwen. So MJ for Andrew Garfield, the character, they changed the name, I guess, to Gwen. Yeah. So I really want to watch after watching No Way Home, I kind of want to watch like just another marathon for all the Spider-Man movies, but I feel like that's going to take forever. I have 950 shares AMC. I really need AMC to squeeze GB Love. Well, I'm not sure if it's going to squeeze, dude, but I'll squeeze this chicken for you for some consolation. We have all agreed Vampire Diaries was the best CW show ever made. Smallville, a close second, to Mr. Moore says. I think Vampire Diaries was one of the best TV shows ever made. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I don't get sick of rewatching that. It's like my new Friends. You know, like when you're having a bad day or you don't know what to watch, you could always count on Friends. But for me, that's now Vampire Diaries. I don't know. Maybe because it's like it's so dark that especially during times like this when all my crypto portfolios are like in the red, I'm like, yeah, I would like to see some vampires like eat other vampires and random stuff. I am an AMC ape, so this is great news, Soul says. Yeah, definitely not a bad time. Not bad information for any AMC apes, that's for sure. Oh my god, I can't wait to see the movie. I can't believe you guys listened to my ruining the movie for you just now, but thanks. I gotta go before the spoiler, but check out Shinobi Kambasi. Yes, watch it. Watch the movie. I was just on the AMA about Clifford Inu. They were talking about profit, and now would be great time to get in. Clifford Inu, the thing that dropped over 45% today. My goodness. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if it's in the red, better than buying at the very top where I usually do it. But yeah, still scary times for the crypto world for sure. Everything is just drowning either 40% today or another 6% another day. Again, Shunchi actor. Lukta, don't hate, don't hate the player, hate the game. I feel like there is no way to win. Like anytime an actor or an actress is casted to play, especially superheroes or just any character that like they could have chosen anybody, right? Because whatever, it's a new series. There's really nothing to live up to. New live action superhero thing. I think there's always gonna be they're just so easy to critique and be like, well, this person could be better looking, or this actor should have gotten this job, or this actress, or why doesn't this actress have this color hair when the character is supposed to have that color. Fun fact, Elena from Vampire Diaries was supposed to be blonde, but they still chose Nina Dobrev, who naturally has brown hair, brunette. So it kind of changed the storyline. And if you follow Vampire Diaries, they obviously changed a lot from what was originally supposed to be the book. So I think sometimes you can go against what was supposed to happen to an extent. Like, I don't think you can change Spider-Man into Spider-Woman. And that would be doing as well in like theaters. But you can change certain things to an extent. Like Shang-Chi, dude, like, yes, I think a lot of people have said it could have been somebody else, but I think it is the way it is. People will always say negative things, no matter who plays it, right? Like, you never win with everyone. That's why some people like Elon Musk, like me, and then some people hate him. It is just what it is. AMC, does Doge and Sheep have consumed my bank account this year? Soul Rebel, smash the likes and subscribe. Thank you. Love Doge and Sheep. GB Love says, Soul Rebel, yeah, I hope we all do well together as Ape Gang. We got this. Ape Strong Together. I didn't know that Ape Strong Together was from Planet of the Apes until I recently watched that Andre Jack NFT video. Like, I know that like Ape Strong Together, or I think is that what it is? Is that the line? I always felt like it was something from somewhere, but I forgot it was the one with James Franco. I forgot that that's the movie where the line came from. And then now every single person on WSB says that. So I saw that recently on the Andre Jack YouTube video talking about NFTs, and about the fact that Bored Ape Yacht Club pretty much kind of wouldn't have been inspired to have occurred if it wasn't for kind of that line and like the whole entire AMC thing. And then that line, Ape Strong Together. I think that, yeah, that was a line said by an ape in Planet of the Apes movie with James Franco. And I think that's kind of what brought this whole thing on. So Raola, yes, good spirits. Papa has never seen these Spider-Man videos. Papa Texas, watch the Spider-Man movies. They're good, I promise. Children Chili can't wait to see Blade, and someone needs to save the Fantastic Four. Are you talking about the Fantastic Four with Jessica Alba, or you mean there's been another Fantastic Four? Because I don't know if I've seen another one aside from the one with Jessica Alba in it. But yeah, I don't think that did too well in box office. It's hard. It's hard. You can't win every single superhero movies. There's gonna be the good ones, and then there's gonna be the ones that didn't do too well with the ratings. But everybody hated. There is no bigger loser, I think, in the world of superheroes, um, except for the Green Lantern. Everybody said that that was the worst one, but just because I didn't want to trust others on it, I did watch Green Lantern because it is still available on Netflix. I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was that bad. If you also didn't think it was that bad, smash that like button. Give it a chance. I didn't think it was horrible. It definitely was not, I think it wasn't even as good as the newest Venom, in my opinion, or Black Widow. But it wasn't horrible. I've seen a lot worse. I've seen movies a lot worse than Green Lantern. Once again, multiverse concept was cool. Drew says, yes, just makes you think. Like, do you think the multiverse exists? Hold up, let me ask you folks. Does the multiverse exist? Or more, actually, I think more like, do you guys want the multiverse to exist? I think that would be a better question. Do you want the multiverse to exist? Because we can argue all we want about does the multiverse exist, but nobody knows. But it's more important to see, like, would you like a multiverse? Would you like there to be somebody who has your name, maybe not doesn't look like you, but has your name, or maybe looks exactly like you? I don't know. And have also parents of the same names, or maybe looks like your parents. I don't know. And they could be living better or worse than you depending on the decisions that they made, right? Like, but just another version of you somewhere out there. Do you think that that would be something you would want? Wow, shocking. Lots of you guys want this. I don't know why. I'm not sure how okay I am about it. I know in Spider-Man they made it look really cool, right? Because Yeah, like they were able to help each other, save each other's lives. Um, but I'm not really sure, like, if we, just as regular civilians, having another one of us, is that such a good thing? I feel like I would be very jealous of my other self if it was doing better than me. You know, I'll be like, man, you have abs and I don't. What's wrong with me? Morbius, here I come. Ooh, yes, watching that one as well. I think is what's his name? What's his name? I'm so bad with names. Can I get it? Can I get it? I want to say it starts with a C. No, nope, nope. I've lost it. Sorry, so bad with names. But I know he was a Joker. He was a Joker in. He was a Joker with in the Robbie Margot Robbie one. Yes, Jared Leto. Thank you. Vampire versus Spider-Man. Um, yeah. I would go I would vote for vampires over Spider-Man, but not gonna lie, kind of wish I had this power. I don't even know if this is his pose. I know I have it for my thumbnail. I'm sorry if that's incorrect to you comic nerds, but I just go like this when I want to pretend I'm Spider-Man. Also, another fun fact, apparently the character, I read online that he used to be bullied, I guess, when he was younger because he tried to do ballet, or he did practice ballet. So Tom Holland practiced ballet for a certain role that he wanted as an actor. And I think at one point in his life, like, kids were making fun of him. Well, who's laughing now? I think maybe like, I don't know, I'm just guessing here, but maybe his skills and ballet and flexibility helped him in getting this role, because you are a spider. You are supposed to be pretty flexible. Lucy, I bought some SQQQ 6.42. My plan is sell when it goes down 20 to 30%. My first bet to stock market going down. I invest only to make even in case market crashes. Sounds good. Sounds like you're hedging. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I haven't done that in a while. I only did that in March 2020, and it is so easy to get caught up and not knowing. I think the hardest part, I think if you do make money, it's not going to be hard to make money. Um, so long as we get some volatility, even in the negative for a bit. But I will, don't say I didn't tell you, GB Love. The hardest part is to get out. The hardest part is to sell when you're making money, because I mean, after red days come the green days. So you don't want to be caught up in it after you've already made so much money. Definitely try to tell yourself to leave, because that was still hurts that I didn't leave on time. Could have made so much more money. Leave me at the top. I bought into Sheep, Soul says, when it was cheap, and my goal is $1. Soul, Soul Rebel. Oh my God. You want to sell Shiba Inu when it's $1? All right. All right. All right, dude. I don't want to crush your hopes and dreams, but I'm just going to say I have a feeling you're going to be a multi-billionaire without it being a dollar. So get out before the dollar, because I think for Shiba Inu to get to the dollar, man, we're going to need inflation to the levels of like money USDs in Venezuela, or what's that other place that I Zimbabwe. Yes. So I don't know when that $1 is going to happen. I don't want to say never, ever, ever, because I don't want to be contradictory to the fact that lots of people thought Dogecoin was never going to make it, and it did. But just like money wise, yeah, for Shiba Inu to hit $1, that is more insane. The ratio would be crazier than if Dogecoin hit. Would it be $10, right? Way more, way more. I think I'm just too excited for Cobra Kai season 4 over any other show for this or movie this year, Mr. Amor says. I still haven't watched Cobra Kai. I think like what's it called? Henry Golding. I don't think I watched the entire. I was like, I had the choice to watch that or the Dalmatian movie with Emily Stone, I think that's her name. And I chose the Dalmatian movie instead of the Cobra one. So that's one of the, I guess, the superhero movies that I forgot to watch. My bad. Andrew Garfield owned it, in my opinion. Oh, so you think Andrew Garfield was your favorite Spider-Man? That's a tough one. I think Tobey Maguire would be probably my favorite slash Tom. I probably put them together, but because I think I've seen so many Tom Holland Spider-Man movies that he would probably be my favorite just automatically because he's like everywhere. And he's a pretty likable character. Good actor. Lucy, do you wish you would have sold Doge at the top? Hope we go up soon. Raw food writer. Absolutely. I think I've said this multiple times. People have asked me this multiple times on the main channel. Answer is yes, every single time. I do wish that I would have sold um, at the top for Dogecoin. Like, I mean, not at the, I still believe it will go past $1. It could go anywhere. Who knows? Nobody knows what'll happen in the market. But if I were to go back in time, knowing what I know, 1000%, I think whoever's saying that they don't regret selling at 75 cents is insane, or they know the future of Doge and they know that if they hold exactly 365 days in 2022, it will be valued well over 75 cents. Because only if you have the knowledge of that, then yes, you are a super genius to have not sold at 75 cents. If by, let's say, March 1st, when I've had it for over 365 days, it pops to like $2, then yes, if we calculate short-term capital gains versus long-term capital gains, I think it would be genius to hold till next year. But at the same time, who cares? Who cares about taxes and whatnot? Like, nah, I think it's still dumb. You should still sell, not financial advice, entertainment purposes only, as per usual. But if I could go back in time, I would sell Dogecoin at 75 cents every single time in a billion multiverses. And I would buy it back at 13 cents. That's what I would do. And if you say otherwise, then you don't know math. Lucy looking like she's trying to drop a mixtape. Yes, honestly, I'm just wearing this hat because my hair is horrible. Like, it's just so bad that I had to put a hat on it. Rob is like, tax, tax, tax. Yes, tax, tax, tax. But if you think about selling Dogecoin at 75 cents and being able to buy back at 13 cents, and then even selling right now, who cares? Yes, you're paying taxes twice on those two different transactions, but you're making money. You make over $2 million when it was 72? Actually, Mr. Moore, when it was like 75 cents on my Robinhood account. And I also have the Gemini Dogecoin, so the 709,000 Dogecoins. At that time, it was on Binance US. I calculated all of that added together. It was about like 2.6 million, or all my portfolios added together at the time, including my Neo stocks, because Neo was doing pretty good, well, better than now at the time. So literally, like everything was just to the moon for me. All my portfolios added together at the moment was 2.6 mil, and just pray for me that like I get even slightly close to that again. Pamela says, if it goes to 75 cents, will you sell? To be honest, Pamela, I think it all depends on the situation. Like, did we get there from 16 cents in one day all the way to 75 cents? Or did we get there from 16 cents and then 30 cents for months and then 30 cents to 65 cents for like another 5 months? Because by next year, let's say it only hits 75 cents by like October 2022, I don't know if I'll have the patience, to be honest. If it takes that long for Dogecoin to get to 75 cents in October of 2022, like slowly inching its way up, not that I don't believe it could go higher, but I think I would rather sell it and then put the money in like actual real estate and then some other ventures different from Doge, just so I could be diversified at that point. So it all depends on how it moves. Yeah, I can't say right now. If it just goes like one day also from like 30 cents to 90 cents, I think I would 100% sell. Yeah, that's 3x. And not that, again, I don't believe it could go higher, but I believe in now taking profits and basically having less on the table at risk, right? Because I think we just kind of been through this whole game. Luke says Shiba is and no one's buying. Wow. Yeah, Shiba's dropping like crazy. But I will say it is pretty strong. The fact that it can still stay on the top 15 of the coin market cap, even with the fact that Robinhood did not list it yet. I still believe they will eventually list it. Is it ever going to be available on Robinhood? Soul's asking. Are you talking about Shiba Inu, right? Yes. So again, the only reason why I told you guys that I wanted to ever buy into Shiba Inu was because I fully believed Robinhood would one day list it, simply because Coinbase has it. And what's it called? Gemini also added it later on. So I was like, and Webull also had it. So I was like, what are the chances that, Robinhood's never going to list it when all these other competitors all have it? So I think in the beginning when I decided to purchase Shiba Inu, it was because I felt like there was a shot it would be listed at other exchanges like Robinhood. But then what gave me even more motivation is that we knew Robinhood's coming out with a wallet soon, and they also asked certain customers, aka me, sent me an email, and they asked a bunch of customers like, what other features would you like per se? Would you like other altcoin features? And then they had bracket Polkadot, Solana, and Sheep. That's it, the three in the parentheses. So that's what also gave me more hope. But of course, just because they put it in the parentheses as an example of would you like these altcoins as a question doesn't necessarily mean that they ever guaranteed in listing Sheep. But I think they will. I will be shocked. Let's just put it at that. That Robinhood isn't going to get in on this big piece of pie that is Shiba Inu, because it is cheap. It is cheaper than Dogecoin right now, and kind of how they reeled in so many customers to kind of get interested in Doge and just buy a bunch because people think it's funny to have like billions of a certain coin for just barely anything. I think that same mindset has not changed. I mean, I think this is the same reason why companies continue to do splits, because when you split your shares, the shares become cheaper. And then, so even though no fundamentals have been changed for Apple and Tesla when they announced that they're going to do split, that just simply means that the shares are going to be cheaper, easier. Well, easier psychologically for a person to digest and be like, let me buy 10 shares of Tesla, instead of like, let me buy 10 shares of Tesla. Oh, wait, can't afford it. So yeah, I think just based on that logic, I don't see why Robinhood would not list Shiba Inu. And yeah, you can argue they can list a whole bunch of other ones that are way cheaper than Shiba Inu. They can list like, I don't know how much baby Doges and all those other ones are, but they can list all these other baby Flokis, Shibas, Doges, right? You could say that, but it's not that easy, because Shiba Inu, you also have to recognize this, that they have been added by Coinbase Pro. They have been added by Gemini, two companies which are big on the map, and they do pay attention heavily to regulations. And I told you guys this, that at the congressional hearing, the first digital asset congressional hearing ever, Miss Haas, which is basically second in command at Coinbase, stated that they go through like tough regulation. They do their research before they actually list a cryptocurrency. So I do see that Robinhood, who also complies with all the regulations and the laws, they're not going to mess around either. They're not going to put in some random poop coin when they can just easily post in Shiba Inu, because it's already clearly been cleared by all these other companies. The fact that it's even listed, right? All right, sorry. Before I leave off, wanted to just say congratulations. Well, not really congratulations, but all right. Also, this Elon Musk responded to this. There's an image going around. This has been going around for like, I think, over a week now. But basically, somebody's saying that someone in China looks like this. I don't know if it's real. I totally thought it's a deep fake. There's no proof that this is a real person. Deep fakes are so good these days. It's like, I don't even know what's real, what's fake anymore. But that looks like not a Chinese man. That's all I'm going to say. But apparently, people are saying this is a guy that looks like this in China. So it's like a Elon Musk doppelganger. Oh my goodness. And I can't believe he actually responded back to this. He's like, maybe I'm partly Chinese. Who knows? Who knows, Elon? But I did want to mention that I can't believe he actually stated, oh, and maybe it's this is under my likes. But yeah, he said, for those wondering, this is 4 hours ago. For those wondering, I will pay over 11 billion in taxes this year. So finally, he's come out and said it, how much he's going to be paying. I'm pretty sure it should be like way more than $11 billion. If we really think about like what purchases he makes throughout the year, all the sales tax that one would have to make, like we're not being taxed on just the money we make, but also the money we spend. So really, every single person in this chat, every single person in America is basically double taxed. I lost 2,500 through an Ethereum mining pool. Wait, what? How did that happen, Soul? Cruz Red Eye. Hey, I fell asleep on my phone and I may have pressed the report or block button on somebody. That's okay. Try not to report people for no reason though, okay? We don't want to be a Karen for no reason. I think Robinhood is afraid of their wallet. They are scared as soon as they active address, people will cash out to other exchanges, GB Love says. Um, okay, we could argue that, but at the same time, think about why they did it though, right? Like they did not. I know people have been begging them since the beginning of time, like give us crypto wallets, give us crypto wallets. And yes, did they probably say that they were going to give us crypto wallets because of the fact that they lost a lot of face due to the AMC and GME situation? Maybe. I think it was a good tactic to kind of save some face, maybe gain some more likes. But at the end of the day, I don't think they're dumb. They wouldn't want to kind of build back this reputation just if they think that they're actually going to lose, you know, billions of dollars because they're giving us our crypto wallets and we're all going to move our money out. So I don't know. I feel like Robinhood knows what they're doing, clearly. And I mean, they wouldn't have become such a large company if they didn't know what they were doing. So I think Robinhood knows what they're doing. And if they have the guts to give us our crypto wallets, I think they are more than prepared to also list some other features that forces us, or in that's a bad word, that will incentivize us to stay. So again, I've been saying it forever. I hope that they are smart enough to keep me on Robinhood app by giving me a higher than 3.78% APY, which is currently what I am receiving from Gemini Earn for my Dogecoins. So that's pretty much what they have to do, because otherwise people are just going to hop over to the next best app to lend it, stake it out, do whatever, just basically get it out. Also, speaking of free stocks, Doge, whatever, definitely check out the 5 free stocks you'd still get using my WEBULL referral link pinned to the top of this chat and also down in the description below. WEBULL is a stock and crypto trading platform that's still allowing you to get 5 free stocks just by opening up a new account and depositing 1 penny up until December 23rd. So definitely don't miss out. Link down below. Check it out. Hey, Lucy, did you see that YouTuber knock out a UFC champion? YouTuber knockout UFC champion. Are you talking about the Logan brothers? Logan or Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Jake Paul. I know about them, I think, and I like UFC and like how they were wearing and like repping Pokemon like NFTs and stuff. I like more so know of them, but I think I usually spend my time watching like finance YouTubers. I try to diversify myself, but I don't really follow them that much. I'm pretty sure I scrolled through an image of a YouTuber knocking out some UFC champion even today. So, yes, I converted 2,500 to USDT and got into a smart contract for Ethereum mining and had good daily profits. And then one day it was gone. So Rebel says, "Oh my God, that's crazy. That's so scary. Could you get Are you able to get it back? Is this something where you can get it back?" Mr. Amore, I agree, but the euphoria was crazy, Pamela says. Luta, she didn't say she won't. Wait, I gotta admit, Lucy is the ballsiest trader on YouTube, lol. If I had over 2 million, I'd cash out and not rebuy back in. No, but Mr. Amore, you're saying that right now. Trust me, like, yes, like Pamela's right. When the euphoria hits, it's something else. I remember like the way my body even moved on those days was different. Like I am probably walking around the house just being like, "Oh man, like my shoulders are slouched now." When when Dogecoin was moving up every single day, I swear to God, there was a fire in each step of mine. I was like dancing as I was moving around the house. Just a whole other level of like just crazy euphoria. So yeah, I think if I were to go back time, I would still do the same thing. Everybody can say like, I would do different knowing what I know now. So hindsight 2020. Definitely not so easy in the moment, but because I have this experience, I hope if it ever happens to me again, and if the Doge gods bless me with 2.6 million again, I will peace out. I swear to God. Okay, just kidding. Maybe not exactly 2.6 because I have way more Dogecoins than I did at that current point in time. So technically, my friends, I will not peace out until I'm well over $3 million. I'm sorry. But it is what it is because I'm almost at 3 million Dogecoins. So if I wanted to get to $1 plus my other investments, because I don't just have Dogecoins, I'm not going to want to peace out till I'm well over 3 million. So Yeah. Sorry, guys. Thank you, GB Love, for the super chat. Hood is fun topic. Thanks. I respect your thoughts. Well, I thank you. And I, again, all just thoughts, right? Like, Robinhood doesn't owe us anything, just like I said. Elon Musk doesn't owe us anything. So technically, anything could happen, right? I still think that because Elon Musk said it's coming, right? Like, that's a straight up basic promise. So because he put it on Twitter and he said that Doge is going to be acceptable for certain merch on Tesla shop, that is a 1000% gonna happen situation. But a lot of us are still hoping that Tesla will one day accept Dogecoin, but then again, that's just no, neither yes or no. Like nobody knows. And Robinhood never guaranteed anything. So we don't know. It's literally like a 50-50 situation if they're going to list Shiba Inu or not. But they did kind of, I guess they didn't have to do that, right? By sending out those emails with the parentheses, would you be interested in altcoin features such as Polkadot, Solana, and Sheeb? Like that to me is you dropping an Easter egg. So I don't care what anybody says. I think it's more likely that Robinhood will list, but again, nobody can basically scream at them and yell at them and be like, you lied, like Kraken, which eventually did list Shiba Inu, but that's because they promised. So they kind of have to stick through with that. I know now Golder says, do you know the risk of liquidity mining? Golder. So that is a risk of liquidity mining, like basically losing your money. These mining pools are scam. Be careful. Thank you, Soul. Okay, so you guys heard Soul Rebel, who lost Ethereum money on the mining pools. I've never done one myself. I've never done it. So thank you for that. I will definitely watch out if I ever do decide to get in on that. Cake DeFi is liquidity mine. I use at the minute. It seems too good to be true. Well, if anything seems too good to be true, it probably is, man. Because I already told you guys about my friend who got VVS and made $150 for like 3 days. And then now he's making more like $10. I have a scam airdrop coin in my Coinbase account. Minerium BSC MNEB. Okay, never heard of that. So everyone beware of the scam. And CB says to just leave it in there. How annoying. Wait, what? There's a scam airdrop coin? I've never heard of that. That's hilarious. I wish somebody would scam airdrop me random coins. As long as it doesn't mess with my wallet, though. But yeah, I just had people sending me random NFTs. I didn't even know that was a thing. So guys, so here's the risks of having your own OpenSea NFT like wallet linked, I guess, because people can just send you random pictures of their NFTs if they want to. So after I opened up my NFT like OpenSea account, I realized I'm like, oh my gosh, like I have images, but these images could be sent to you by like strangers on the internet. So both awesome and then also scary because I'm like, I don't want like a picture of an eggplant or whatever. Luke, what is this real time new? Yes, Google it. Watch out for permanent loss of liquidity pools. Love Doge and Sheep says. I have it in my trust wallet. It's at 6K. So Rebel, I think MD Ismail says at Soul Rebel, I think you were lending USDT, not liquidity mining, because you need 2 token for liquidity pool mining. Can't do nothing with it. LOL. MNEB. It's called. Okay, definitely first time hearing it. I'm still waiting for my Spark tokens, man. I guess it's not happening yet. But because I had XRP, I had the snapshot of my XRPs in Coinbase Pro, and I'm still waiting for those Spark tokens from the Flare network. But either way, can I just say that the fact that Elon Musk pays $11 billion in taxes this year, she really makes me reevaluate my life and my goals. Like I would love to just have 1% of his taxes that he pays. Like that's when you know you made it, right? I mean, he's made it a long, long time ago, but to make it is when your taxes that you pay is basically bigger than most people and their entire lineage's uh income ever. I don't think me and anybody blood related to me will ever make more than $11 billion. all of our families added together. Probably everybody in this live stream and all our ancestors, all of our income ever and the future added together will probably never topple $11 billion. So must be nice to be Elon Musk. Sorry, I wanted to share one more thing that I thought was a fun fact from Spider-Man. So give me 1 second. Where is it? I know I saved her somewhere. Give me a second. Hold on. Chat amongst yourselves and don't forget to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you are subscribed and then also ring that notification bell. I'm going to find it. Okay, there it is. So this is the background story that I always wanted to know, and I didn't understand why like Sony would basically sell off like their Spider-Man character out of nowhere into the Marvelverse. I'm glad that they did it. Okay, like happy that they did it. But again, this is just something I saw on the internet. I'm gonna read it. Fact check me and let me know if this is false because you can't really trust whatever you hear on YouTube and the internet. But this is posted by Richard Today on Instagram. Okay, so this is a post about how North Korea saved the Spider-Man franchise. Okay. So let me read through this. How North Korea saved the Spider-Man franchise. Okay, the Spider-Man franchise, after producing the super hit Spider-Man trilogy, was struggling due to the relative failure of the Amazing Spider-Man movies. So I don't know which one is the Amazing Spider-Man movies, but apparently there was a failure of that one. So is that one with Andrew Garfield? Because I think Tobey Maguire's, from what I remember, did pretty well. So I'm just going to assume that's the Amazing Spider-Man movies is probably from the Andrew Garfield one. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, so that's what it says here. And then Sony had owned the Spider-Man franchise since 1999. In 2014, Sony was approached by Marvel Studios, who wanted to buy the franchise to put Spider-Man in the Marvel films. And in the beginning, Sony didn't budge. They didn't want to let go of the money machine that is Spider-Man. Well, I wouldn't if I were them either. It's like if you have a great thing going on, why would you want to sell it off? But on November 24, 2014, disaster struck Sony HQ headquarters. Sony's computer network were viciously hacked, leaking internal emails, employee records, and many unreleased films to the public. So that'll go to show them. That sucks. Part of it were the emails between Marvel and Sony. And then with their negotiation now public, Sony had to reapproach Marvel in 2015. So I don't know why, because with their negotiations now in the public, Sony had to reapproach Marvel in 2015 because I wasn't really a part of this whole narrative. I don't remember it being on the news or anything like that. I don't know. My mind was probably elsewhere in 2015. Definitely not in stocks and crypto. I wish. But I'm assuming maybe because the public read about their emails and maybe they really wanted the Spider-Man character to be involved in the future Marvel universe. So maybe the kind of like the audience decided to complain. I don't know, just throwing it out there, I'm assuming. And this time they both agreed to a deal in 2015. So Spider-Man became a part of the Marvel Studios and a new Spider-Man trilogy was in the works. So I think that's what happened with Tom Holland. So the young one. He's literally the youngest, I think, Avengers character, right? Yeah, I think he would be one of the youngest Marvel characters. One of the youngest Marvel characters. Maybe somebody else topped him now, but at one point he was probably the youngest Marvel character because I don't remember anybody being younger than him. I'm talking about with like Tony Stark, the Hulk, Thor, everybody obviously was like more closer to 30s. And he's like a kid. I had to top off here. Take care and stay safe. Hop off here. Sorry. Bye, Soul Rebel. Take care. ASMR Amazing Spider-Man was Andrew Garfield. Juju says. Okay, thank you. Yes, that's what I assumed. So I guess in this post by Richard Today, they're saying that the amazing Spider-Man by Andrew Garfield, I guess, was the one that was more of a failure. And I guess that's after that. pretty much Marvel went and approached Sony, but they rejected them in 2014 and then changed their mind in 2015. But then here's the cool thing. But who hacked Sony? In 2018, the US Department of Justice successfully identified one of the hackers, a certain Park Jin-hyuk from North Korea. So it shows like an image of this dude here. It says Park Jin-hyuk, conspiracy to commit wired fraud, conspiracy to commit computer related fraud, computer intrusion, pretty crazy stuff. But I'll show you guys. So this is the post on Instagram, and it's like legit. This guy is like FBI wanted. I don't know what the heck happened to him afterwards. But then here it reads. So here's the craziest thing. So I guess if it wasn't for this hacker, this whole situation of the emails being released, and then, in the end, Sony basically ended up asking Marvel, like, hey, let's work together in the end. And then them coming to an agreement because of this hacking by this North Korean person. The craziest part is that the North Korean government had hired hackers in retaliation to the release of Sony's The Interview, which I did watch. It's a movie. It's supposed to be a comedy, but it does depict, I think, Kim Jong Il. I don't know, sorry, the dictator in North Korea. Basically, was Kim Jong Un. It says here, a comedy film depicting the assassination of North Korea's leader Kim Jong Un. So I think that's the current leader, right? The current dictator. So yeah, I don't know if this is like for sure proven or anything like that. The FBI would know better than I would, but this post doesn't say that this information came from the FBI. So do your own digging. Don't believe everything you hear on the internet. But I think that would make sense because I don't believe in politics. I told you guys, but I'm just going to say I saw the movie. So obviously it's about the assassination of a guy who's running North Korea. What did you think was going to happen? Of course he was going to retaliate. I don't think he would like that very much. So yeah, I guess I'm not really shocked that if this were true and they did hire somebody to hack all their emails and kind of screw them right back, kind of makes sense because he is a leader and you made a movie making fun of him and said that he was going to be killed. But then again, everybody has different humor. So I do believe that there are people out there, you could probably make fun of them all you want, make a movie about you assassinating them, and they probably won't give. And they'll be like, whatever, no publicity is bad publicity. So everybody's different. And it says, this is how I'll bet indirectly North Korea was responsible for the Marvel Sony deal, which ultimately led the revival of the Spider-Man franchise. So thought that was just interesting to share with you guys. I definitely did not know like why he was appearing. Like people were saying it's Sony. For this whole time I thought Tom Holland was a Spider-Man character that was like all just Marvel. I didn't even know it was Sony anymore. So now it all comes together and kind of makes sense. But who knows? Maybe this whole Kim Jong-un and the government thing and the FBI thing was not so true. I don't know. I didn't fact check it. But we do know that obviously the emails must have been leaked. You can't make that up. And obviously in the beginning, they didn't really want to work with them. And then they changed their mind. And in the end, no matter how it happened, I'm glad that it did happen because I think if it wasn't for them having basically Tom Holland be a part of the Marvel universe, it wouldn't have benefited the actor that much because obviously he became way more famous from being a part of the Marvel universe and helped the other two Spider-Mans make it into this awesome, huge, big movie. We talking Spider-Man? Did anyone else scream during the movie? Jessica Stasio? No? Did you? And like which part? I know some of you guys told me like I was gonna cry during the movie. I don't know, man. I didn't cry. I'm sorry. That wasn't like one of those movies that hit me for like tears. I usually cry. I'm like an easy crier. Didn't really hit me for tears. I didn't cry for that one. I thought it was overall really, really good. I almost cried near the end. Almost. But I just thought it was a great ending. So I thought I couldn't cry. I think I cried. I cried when Tony Stark died. I'm pretty sure. Pretty positive. Avengers, at least one of the movies out of the many, made me cry. Sorrel, same. I hope everyone makes smart decisions coming few hours. Lucy, sweet dreams. All right, take care. GB love. I know Pamela automatically adds itself for a strange reason. What? Colder. Good old North Korea. Well, I don't know whether they intentionally did it or not. I think in the end, this definitely ended up helping Sony in the end, because I guess if they didn't make the wise business decision to work together with Marvel, then they wouldn't have made as much money, I guess, from this partnership, right? I have in my trust wallet 6K. Luta is a scam. It's sold out on the shop now. Wait, what's a scam? I think the Tesla phone charger for $45 is a scam. LOL, Luta. It is not a scam, because I believe that the value, the economic value of an object is completely subjective. So some folks out there, I'm sure, would be really, really down and thinks it's cheap to pay for plastic and a little bit of metal for $45. I literally have never used it once. I have not charged my phone at my desktop Tesla supercharger charging station, not even one time. But do I regret buying it? No, because it was a pretty it was a horrible time putting together that supercharger. But I did feel pretty proud of myself once it did finally came together. Anyways, guys, thank you for an awesome live stream. I'm gonna peace out and go and watch either my Vampire Diaries or some other random movie. I don't know. But I'm not gonna look at crypto, because there's more to life than cryptocurrency. I need an escape from it right now and get some snacks. But I did watch a random movie yesterday though, because my brother wanted me to watch it. It's called The Guilty by Jake Gyllenhaal, and it was. I think my brother liked it more than I did. But I don't think it was like really, really, really good. I would probably rate it like a 6 out of a 10, to be honest. But like, my goodness, low budget. Like, if you want to see a low budget movie, The Guilty, on Netflix right now. I give it 6 out of 10. It was something that I wanted to finish to the end. Like, I wanted to see what happens in the end, but definitely not like mind blowing. Just, but I feel like usually when people are like, "Oh, I know you should see it," like people close to me, I'll be like, "Okay, fine, I'll watch it." And then I like to talk about like what. Well, he just wanted me to like say what I thought about the character, so I just checked it out. It was only like less than 2 hours. I was like, "Cool, I'll tell you about what I thought about the character." Look at my awesome. These are for you guys. It's my wrist rose. This is for everybody who smashed that like button. Thank you for coming in. Have a good night. And I will see you tomorrow. Once again, please make sure you're subscribed for future live streams. Ring that notification bell. Peace.